Thank you. Am I the only one that think Mike should probably be the chief of staff for the President of the United States? Amazing job. Thank you, Abigail. And hopefully I'll hold the tears back, but it's interesting that this award is named after Aeneas Williams. Just to let you know, I used to hate my name. You would too if people mistakenly call you Aeneas all the time. All right? So it's kind of ironic. My dad's the first college graduate on both sides of the family. I wasn't recruited coming out of high school. I was the youngest of three, and sports was never our way out of any situation. Education was extremely important. My dad knew it created options. I gave my life to Jesus Christ my junior year in college. And even though my parents sent me and my two older brothers to church, it never made sense. And I say, God, you're real. Show me how you relate to us in everyday life. Two things he initially taught me, that's the power of purpose. Everybody has a purpose. Humans create things for a purpose. The second thing he taught me was how he speaks to us. And a lot of times he speaks to our hearts. So with that being said, I'm following my brother Achilles, who's my idol. 18 months ahead, 2 grades ahead of me. He's at Southern University. All I wanted to do is get out of high school and get in an apartment, summer school, as a freshman with a junior. And we have our own apartment. Can somebody say hallelujah? And both of us were going to school year-round, in summer school as well. Achilles graduated his accounting degree in 3.5 years. I was on pace to graduate in 3 years. Achilles gets a job with Price Waterhouse. He calls me, he said, little brother, slow down. You'll be working the rest of your life. Around that time, I started trying to figure out, I given my life to Christ. And I realized in my heart, I wanted to walk on a football team. It made no sense. I'm the last child. My parents is paying my tuition. I'm getting ready to get off their payroll. All of a sudden, it enters into my heart to walk on a team a week before the season starts. I tell this story for anyone that's seated in here, how critical purpose is. And to young Khalil Baker, Travius, to extraordinary young men both on and off the field, I like to remind, I do work with the league office. I like to remind all of our beautiful players, a lot of times the spotlight is placed on us, but all of us need to be reminded that each and every one of us have an amazing purpose. And each and every one of you all on the board, the executive committee, all of you all that decided that there need to be an award representing HBCU defensive back, starting with Roy Williams. Thank you for the thought. But I know this, somebody can have a thought, but it must be fought in order for it to be accomplished. It's one thing for someone to get a thought, it's a whole other thing for influencers to take the thought and run with it. But it shouldn't be a surprise that in this room you decided to do something unique. You started with Jim Thorpe. Shout out to his granddaughter and all of the family and the legacy of Jim Thorpe. Discrimination with our Native Americans. It's ironic that this Black History Month, and this month that you've decided in this room to make it extremely important, not just for Aeneas Williams, as my wife of 30 years sit to my left, my daughter Sinead, Tirza, Cheyenne, and Lazarus. I never wanted to replicate Aeneas. Goes back to that purpose thing. I just wanted all of them to know, find your passion, get after it, and be a contribution to your generation. And I say thank you to each and every one of you, and being with all the former Jim Thorpe Award winners, being with Khalil, being with Travius and their families, as Mike said, it brings tears. And now the current generation, I am excited that this young man, Khalil Baker, North Carolina Central, would represent the first inaugural award winner of the Aeneas Williams Award. And this award brings a spotlight for many of the HBCU players that played that were not recognized. And I do believe, indeed, that this place, Oklahoma City, when I came here in December and spoke at a luncheon, This is a unique place. And for you to not only recognize for many, many years Jim Thorpe, but now Aeneas Williams, where now my children, grandchildren, in perpetuity would have an opportunity to be remembered, that each and every one of them, Dad wasn't perfect. And I love being around defensive backs, by the way. We all have something in common. We know how to get over a bad play. So thank each and every one of you all for allowing me this honor to stand before you and accept the Aeneas Williams Award, going to MTM Corporation today and being at the Jim Thorpe Rehabilitation Center, meeting with patients, and being in this region. I pronounce a blessing because God said, I'll bless those that bless you. And I just want to tell you, get ready, Oklahoma City. You're going to have a bunch of people wanting to come here. This is probably one of the best kept secrets in the United States. Thank you for this opportunity and for this recognition.
Can you MC this every year? No, Aeneas, thank you for being here with us tonight and giving us the opportunity to honor these young athletes for whom you paved the way. Really, you did. And personally, I'm honored to be a part of this organization that saw a need, saw a gap, and is starting to finally recognize a lot of these extremely talented athletes who have gone unrecognized for far too long. And I really hope that we're setting a precedence here and we'll start to see more of these types of position awards across the country. And I do not think that we could have found anyone better to display their name on this award, a man of talent, character, and perseverance. So thank you. I'd now like to welcome to the stage the defensive coordinator at North Carolina Central University, Coach Courtney Cord, to say a few words about our recipient tonight, Khalil Baker.
Standing up here, Antonio Langham told me I was going to get up here and forget my speech, and boy, if he wasn't right. So let's get it started. But I just want to say thank you. When you think about North Carolina Central University, you think about a certain level of prestige. You think about a certain level of excellence. And Khalil Baker exemplifies that each and every single day. So I'm honored to be able to coach you on a daily basis. You have a wonderful family. Mom and Dad, you did a wonderful job in raising a great young man. And our motto at North Carolina Central University is truth and service. And Aeneas talk about serving your larger purpose. And that's one of the things we ask our young men to do each and every single day is give back to the young men and women of the Durham community and serve your larger purpose. So I'm so honored and thankful to be able to sit here and witness history as you receive your award tonight. To Oklahoma City, thank you. Khalil Baker is a fine young man. He has done everything we asked him to do, not only on the field, but in the classroom and in the community as well. Everything we've asked him to do as far as leadership, mentoring the younger players, mentoring young men and women in our community, he has never hesitated to do so. So Khalil Baker, continue to serve your larger purpose. Everything we do has a start date and an ending date. Continue to live out your dash through discipline, through having a positive attitude, continue to make sacrifices, and continue to have the great habits that you have in place, and continue to fly high and be great. Thank you.
As we move on, I want to personally, I didn't say this earlier, but my wife, Tracy Williams, of January 9th, 30 years. Girl, thank you so much. Yeah. And my son, young Lazarus, over there, whom I'm well pleased, and just my daughters, as I mentioned earlier. As we move forward, thank you, Coach Courtney. Tonight, we honor not only the best defensive back in HBCU, Division I college football, but a man of great character. Please direct your attention to our video screen.
Khalil Baker was a standout athlete at East Forsyth High School just outside Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Baker was a two-time All-Conference and All-County selection, as well as a two-time Sportsmanship Award recipient. He served as team captain of the 2018 state championship team before attending North Carolina Central University. As a freshman at NCCU, Baker appeared in 3 games as a defensive back, recording 1 tackle. He earned more playing time as a sophomore, where he appeared in 11 games and finished the 2021 season with 16 tackles and 2 passes defended. Baker became a dominant force on the field as a junior. He became the first NCCU Eagle to earn Associated Press FCS All-America First Team honors and was named the 2022 Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference Defensive Player of the Year. He had 61 tackles, 43 of which were solo, 9 passes defended, 4 interceptions, and led the Eagles to the 2022 MEAC Championship. The Eagles defeated number 5 Jackson State in overtime to capture the HBCU National Championship, where Baker registered a team-high 10 tackles to earn the 2022 Celebration Bowl Defensive MVP Award. In 2022, Khalil Baker made history by winning the inaugural Aeneas Williams Award, given to the nation's best defensive back in HBCU Division I college football.
Come on. On behalf of myself, how does that sound? On behalf of myself, the Chickasaw Nation, and the Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame, it is my honor to present this inaugural Aeneas Williams Award to Khalil Baker from North Carolina Central University. Can everybody say, let's go? Come on, Khalil.
First off, I would just like to thank God for bringing me here and blessing me with this opportunity to stand in front of you all. This is about my 3rd time holding this thing, and I'm not going to put it down no more. I would like to thank my mom and my dad. I honestly couldn't do this without them. So, you know, you can give them a round of applause. I also like to thank Mike and Olivia. They did an incredible job of getting me here. As you know, it took a lot. It was a lot of delays with flights and all that. They tried to not get me here. I don't know why. Ain't nothing stopping this. Mike, you asked me if I had a speech ready. I don't want you to feel like I'm a liar, but I also just like to wing things sometimes. I feel like I'm not going to get to meet everybody, so now why not meet Khalil Baker the real way, you know? So I'm going to speak to y'all from the heart. I like to thank North Carolina Central University for taking a chance on a kid who I didn't have a lot of offers coming out of high school, but to just know that I'm going to have a place in history, you know, the Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame. It's something that's incredible. Who would have thought, you know? But to my family, I appreciate you from all the support, all the games that they've been to. I've been playing football since I was 4 years old. My dad, he always coached me. You know, he always taught me to be the best man that I could be. Put your best foot forward, and you never know who's watching. If you would have told me that I would have been here last year, I would have looked you dead in your face, told you that you was dead wrong, and there's no way. But it's just an exciting feat of how your life can change in a year, you know. And I just like to thank you all for coming out here as well. You know, you could have been anywhere in the world today, but we all decided to come here to pay respects to Jim Thorpe and to Aeneas Williams and his beautiful family. I also like to thank him as well. He showed me great gratitude, and we've talked a lot, and I'm going to learn a lot from him. I hope we're going to continue to build a relationship. We're going to continue to break down doors for HBCU football. I like to... Y'all don't even know, but y'all clapping helping me out a whole lot, so it's cool. I like to thank my coaches at North Carolina Central. I like to thank Thomas Curl. You know, he's our strength and conditioning coach. During the off season, he helped me a whole lot to prepare for the season, and he helped me have the season that I had. So I just like to thank him. So, you know, it's a lot of behind-the-scenes work that happens for things like this to happen. So I just like to thank everybody. God bless.
As we're stepping off, Khalil forgot two things. One is we got to get your dad's whistle, and then we got to get your mom's signal. For all of you, all this is, I learned this from being around the family. Every game, mom would, what would y'all do?
She'll come up to the sideline to make sure that she's seen. She'll be like, KB, I'm here. You know, just to let me know that I see her. And my dad, he got this whistle that you do. You probably heard it tonight, but go ahead, do your thing. So that whistle, it's been a part of my life forever.
Now we're doing mom whistle.